he said, I hope I'm not doing Britney, or I don't want to do Britney. So the entire episode is Mr. Shu saying, I don't want to do Britney, I don't want to do Britney. And the way the cast is getting this episode tomorrow, actually, it's hot off the presses. But we're doing it in a really fun, hallucinogenic way.
That sounds about right. That sounds about powerful. That sounds about right for you. And you guys also have the post-Super Bowl slot. After Super Bowl this year, Glee will be on. Can you tease anything about what you're planning for that? Because that's a lot of eyes will be on Glee.
Nothing says Super Bowl to me like Glee.
Like jazz hands and
Liza Minnelli. We're in negotiation with to do a really big tribute episode, but we haven't closed it, so I can't say.
All right.
Yeah. But it'll be something big.
Yeah. Do you guys, the cast, do you guys have any songs you want to see this season? Like, is there anything you're actively campaigning to do? That was very diplomatic.
I feel like we're boring because we don't have an answer. Elton John.
You what?
We're boring because we don't have answers, but I think any song they give us we would love to sing. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
The fun thing is they give us songs I never thought I would be doing I Could Tina Turner. You do stuff and you're like, how in the world? And then by the end of the week you've done it and millions of people are going to see it. So that's the fun thing.
Yeah.
I want to do the Time Warp.
We are doing a Rocky Horror episode.
Way to play to this crowd. Way to play to this crowd. Okay, let's start taking questions from the audience.
See you. Where are you?
I know. Where is the micro? I have no idea where the audience is. Oh, there you are.
Hello. I have a question for the creative team. If anyone is forced to share a room with someone who's in love with them, but they don't love them back, they're going to rightfully feel uncomfortable. So can you explain why there is no apology from Kurt to Finn for his creepy behavior? Whether or not this issue will be visited next season?
Yeah, that was always designed as something that was going to be dealt with in many episodes, actually. So I'm glad that you brought that up because I wanted to talk about it. I don't look at that as creepy behavior. I look at it as a character who is in search of love and makes mistakes, as we all do. But yeah, we are going to sort of revisit that, and we're revisiting it early on in the season. Because I have always loved the Mike O'Malley, Kurt, Finn triangle, as men talking about their issues. And I think that one of the great joys of the show is that it gives us a platform to talk about stuff that people haven't really discussed on television, so we will be doing that.
Thank you! All right, next question.
Hi, I'm Nikki from Australia. Saw you guys perform at Radio City Music Hall and you were amazing. Anyway, my question is for Naya and Heather. I wanted to know how you feel about the large fan base that supports a relationship between Britney and Santana.
Well, we love it. Are you talking about Santini? Sorry for that shut game. No, I think it's amazing, and it's something that I don't think that either of us expected to happen. We were just having fun together.
Just hang out and have
fun.
fun.
Literally. And the camera's rolling, we just hang out. And so,
We're actually writing an episode where we're debating whether they should kiss, so...
I just want to make you scream. I'm going to just make everyone scream. Ruben, no. Yeah, no, but I don't know. I love it, and she's great to work with, and so I'm really excited that the fans kind of, took well to that and latched on. What do you think, Brittany?
I agree with that. I don't know, even in the scenes, like, it's just literally her and I together, like, making each other laugh. So it's either, like, on camera, off camera. Like, I don't know, I'm glad that we, like, have such a fan base because we're best friends in real life, so.
We make out all the time.
We make out all the time. Let's just get it out there.
Again, way to play to the crowd. Next question.
Hi, I was just wondering what the best thing that has come with fame, like meeting someone really big or traveling.
I think the best thing is meeting the fans and doing stuff like this for us, because we do work in such a Glee bubble, like we always say, and when we get out here and we get to see you guys and hear your feedback, it kind of gives us a little bit of a rush when we get back to work. It makes us work a little bit harder, and the traveling is nice too.
We're not singing for the President of the United States.
That was
Is there any nerves? Do you guys have any nerves right now? Are you nervous at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. We get nervous all the time.
It was like the stage at the end of the lawn, and it's like, you know, Michelle, we're rocking up there.
Who was scarier, the President or Oprah?
We weren't allowed to bring cameras or anything to the
Everybody's
building.
much more nervous about Oprah than the president. It's fascinating.
All right, next question.
My question is from Chris Colfer. I just want to say that I appreciate and admire your role on the show, representing a gay teen in high school and struggling through all the... And I like how you use your real-life experiences, like with the Defying Gravity episode. And my question is, what are some of the differences between you, Chris Colfer, and Kurt Hummel?
Oh gosh, where do I begin? I had no idea who Mark Jacobs was until we shot the pilot. I don't care for 10-inch heels. And I think I am just a huge nerd. And I feel very much at home. Thank you. So I think Chris is just a huge... I was talking to myself in third person. I feel crazy. I think I'm just a huge nerd, and I'm very awkward. And Kurt is just, you know, he just thinks he's superior to everyone around him. And what's not to like about that? But I kind of wanted to go back on some of the other question the gentleman said about Kurt not apologizing to Corey, because, you know, he did get a lot of slack for that. And I just have to say, Kurt is living in an environment that every day he's told he's not supposed to be who he is. And I think when he finally found some light at the end of the tunnel, he really put everything he could to try to get that happiness. So I think people should give him a little bit more credit than they do for that.
Hi, I love you, Kevin, but I was wondering if you guys have any pet peeves about each other.
Amber hates when I crack my jaw.
I'm the worst.
And the worst.
Amber videotaped me on the treadmill and put it on Twitter.
Any more about Amber?
Amber goes like this. Wait, she does this.
This is Corey's biggest pet peeve.
This is Corey's biggest pet peeve, but I didn't know. That's for you, Corey. He hates
All the girls get around him, like Jenna and Leah and Amber, and just do that. And he's like, ah!
We have little babies, yes.
All right, next question.
Hey panel, I was wondering which of you were actually in a Glee club in high school?
I think I was the only one. I was in Glee Club.
I think Mr. Murphy was also in a Glee club.
And Ian too, right?
Ian and I and Jenna, I think. And was it Leah and something? No? She was on
She was on
Broadway.
Broadway.
Straight from the delivery room to Les Mis.
Wait, what were your Glee clubs? Did your Glee clubs have funny names? Did you have a funny name for your Glee club?
I actually, on videotapes, we were called the Madrigals and then in college the Singing Hoosiers, and somebody has a videotape of me doing a Cats medley. And I live in fear every day that it raises its head.
I know. All right, next question.
Congratulations on your 19 Emmy nominations. Question. Will Mike Chang and Matt Rutherford have their own stories this season?
They actually will. We're writing an episode that I really like, which is we find out that Tina has fallen out of love with Artie and in love with Mike. To answer your question, yes, we are working on that story, yes. A couple of them. Just not bad. Kevin's not happy about it.
All right, next question.
Hi, I love you all and you're very inspiring, especially Kurt. My question is there any chance for Adina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth to come back even as regulars?
Well, they're both far too busy, I think, to be regulars, but they are both coming back this year, yeah.
What was it like to work with Kristen Chenoweth and Adina Menzel?
Awesome. Yeah, it was great. Because they're like they're legendary in their own right, so it was great, especially for theater nerds here.
What did they think of your Defying Gravity? Did they approve?
I believe I did get their blessing, yes.
All right, next question.
I was just wondering, how long does it take you guys to memorize the lyrics and choreography to a song?
You know, it really depends on which song and what dance. I mean, it's not, yeah, it's a combination. Sometimes it can take, like, I think with the songs, while we're recording it, it's a lot easier. We learn it while we're there, but with choreography, it just depends on how difficult the dance is.
The truth is that the show has to go at such a pace. We're producing stuff so fast that oftentimes they have just a matter of hours between when they hear the music that they're going to be recording that evening, and they're all just absolutely dynamite at picking it up, and they've all become much better dancers than when we began.
All right, next question.
I just wanted to echo the person earlier who thanked Chris and Ryan both for creating a gay teenager on television. That's awesome. Gives me hope for my niece who is and I wanted to ask though, is there a boyfriend coming up for Kurt? I want specifics, don't make me come up there.